The sun rose slow over the shanty rooftops of Old Bridge Town, its light creeping through torn curtains and cracked windows. For the men of Block 17, it signaled another day of labor if there was any work to be found. Juma, lean and dark-eyed, was already awake, sipping weak tea from a tin cup. He glanced over at Musa, his cousin, still asleep on a flattened mattress. Their small one-room shelter smelled of sweat, rusted metal, and hope barely hanging on. They had once dreamed big. Back in the village, they were told the city offered work, justice, maybe even respect. But the city offered silence. Men like Juma and Musa worked on construction sites for cash that came late, or not at all. They dug trenches, carried cement, broke their backs building towers they'd never enter. Each day, they lined up at the job station near the highway. Rich men drove by in tinted cars, never slowing. Contractors barked orders, handed out jobs like scraps. And every evening, they returned to their block, hands calloused, wallets empty, dignity frayed but still intact. One evening, something changed. Juma came home late, his shirt torn, cheeks swollen. He had stopped a supervisor from hitting a young boy who was cleaning tools. The boy, no more than 10, had dropped a wrench. That was disrespectful. To who? To a man who beats children? Musa didn't speak. He simply handed Juma the last slice of dry bread. Days passed. No job. Word had spread that Juma was difficult. No contractor wanted a poor man with a spine. One rainy morning, an older man named Kamau visited Block 17, a former lawyer who had lost everything in a corrupt trial. Kamau now ran a small legal clinic. He heard about Juma's stand and offered help. "I've seen men like you crushed," Kamau said. But sometimes, one voice is enough to start an echo. With Kamau's help, Juma filed a complaint. It was a small case, barely a dent in the system, but it made ripples. A local journalist wrote about it. Soon, a few others came forward. Contractors became cautious. That boy, his name was Dowdy, was offered a scholarship by a charity moved by the article. Juma never got his job back. But he found something else, respect. In his block, men began to speak louder. They asked questions. They stood together when wages were delayed. And in the silence of poverty, a sound began to rise not of coins or courtroom verdicts, but of courage.